Hello friends, enemies, loved ones, interested viewers, casual observers, and whoever else happens to be watching. It's time for another video. So right now I'm reading this book about the first conspiracy, the secret plot to kill George Washington. And there's parts of it where they're talking about how they could bribe the soldiers fighting for the revolution to go over to England by paying the money, because a lot of the colonies really didn't have money and they were behind pay and they weren't getting food and anything. So I got to thinking, it's kind of like sports free agency. Let's say for one of the colonies, someone's I'm just kind of going off on a tangent here, so this may not be 100% historically accurate, but do you come here for accuracy or lunacy? Because sometimes you'll get both, but I think you'll get more of one than the other. So let's say someone's fighting in the army, but they're fighting in, say, Tennessee. Tennessee can pay such and such, but then they find out New Jersey can pay more. So they, well, I'm going to go fight up at their army. Now, I don't think either one of them had a pot to piss in and they couldn't pay anything. But so anyway, then they're like, hey, I just found out that the English army's actually got money that can pay. So they go over there. Let's go over there. We're actually going to get money and food. So they go off. So that, is a sound financial idea. Now, however, there could be a drawback to that, because if they catch you and then they find out that you're a traitor, they're probably going to put you in front of the firing squad or hang you. Those don't sound like fun options for me. So you'd be thinking like, hey, we defected, we went over to the British Army, now look where we're at, we're about to be hung. It's not a good idea. I guess we should have just, I guess we weren't getting paid, but at least we got paid a little bit, and we got some food, but then, whoop! So, that don't work out too well, or, So then, I got to thinking like sports free agency. It's kind of the same thing. Let's say somebody plays for, let's say the Pirates, because I happen to be wearing a Pirates hat, and they're playing for Pittsburgh, and their contract expires, and they're a free agent, and they discover that the Baltimore Orioles or the Yankees are paying more, so they go play for Baltimore or New York. It's kind of similar. You go from the colonial army to the British Army because they can actually pay. And you go from Pittsburgh to Baltimore, New York. So, this could be free agency in baseball, basketball, football, hockey, whatever sport. So it's kind of similar between the American Revolution and the sports free agency. You go somewhere else for more money. So of course, when you go from one team to another, fortunately you're not hung or put on front of a firing squad, which is certainly a good thing. You may have some angry sports fans burning your jersey and throwing out all your merchandise and whatnot, but you know what? You got your cut of the revenue, and the team got its, and the league got its cut of the revenue from that. So what you're really doing is just, stupid. It's like all these people that would set bands' records on fire. Oh, we're gonna go burn all their records. You had to buy those records, so the record company makes money and the band gets royalties. So, hey, look at that, they're setting our records on fire. Hey, look, we got another royalty check because we sold a lot of records. A lot of those records are probably the ones the stupid fools are burning right over there. So when you do stupid stuff like that, you're wasting time, you're wasting materials, and the artist and record company are getting money off of it. So what are you proving? You're proving that you're a jackass. So anyway, that wasn't really originally planning on being part of the video, but I hadn't even planned on making a video today, but I just got to thinking that, kind of like going from the colonies to the British and going from one sports team to another. It's kind of similar. It's an early form of free agency. So switching sides on war and switching sides in sports in a roundabout way, it's kind of similar. You're going somewhere for more pay. And what have you. So now that I got all that out of the way, thanks for watching this inspired bit of lunacy or common sense or reality, whatever you want to call it. I just call it some provocative thoughts to fill your mind, or some nonsensical thoughts to fill your mind, or I just wasted 4 or so perfectly good minutes of your time. You be the judge.